So now let's move on to our real talk of the day. Let's end with a positive note. So what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about New Year resolutions. So how many here have set new goals for 2023 last month? Some New Year resolutions, I don't know. Nobody? You don't know? Okay, yeah, you can be proud of them, that's fine. Yeah, raise your hand. You can raise your digital hand too if you want. There you go. So, I don't know about you, but I tend to start with a big list and end up with maybe one or two, and I'll probably finish one or zero. And it's mainly because it's very difficult to kind of keep those New Year's resolutions. Today, what I want to talk about, hopefully all of us can actually use some of these tips and figure out how we can, if we start with 5, let's at least end with 1. So let's go together through these and explore what is it that we can do to keep these New Year resolutions. So first, number 1 is start with small goals. And a lot of us really just say, I'm gonna run a marathon this year. All right, great. But if you're gonna run a marathon, you don't really start practicing for a marathon. You probably start with 5K and maybe work your way up to a 10K. And hopefully if you do well, then maybe you can work your way up to the marathon. But usually when you have small goals, you're more likely to do them. So keep that in mind. Really start with small. The important thing is finishing, not really how many you start, how many you finish. Number 2, make it measurable. Make sure you assign a number to it. If I say I'm gonna go to the gym today, all right, well, I'm gonna go to the gym, start small. Don't say I'm gonna go to the gym every day. Okay, well, no, go to the gym twice a week. I'm guilty of that. I actually said I'm gonna go every day, but now I reduced it. I said I'm gonna go twice a week, but in honesty I go once a week. Start small, but also measure it. Why are you going to the gym? So I'm hoping that by the end of the year I will drop 20 pounds. Now that's a big number, but that's not a start, that's a goal. At least you have a goal. Have a goal at the end of it, right? Have a goal that you're gonna reach at the end of the small steps that you're gonna do for the rest of 2022. Measurable goal. Don't just say I'm gonna lose weight. Okay, great, how much? Right? Exactly, put a number in. Number 3, be realistic. Now, when I said I lose 20 pounds, maybe you could say that's not realistic. But then you can factor a few things, like the Ramadan's coming up, I'm gonna be fasting for a whole month. If I keep this cadence of going to the gym, that's kind of realistic. But if I said I'm gonna lose 50 pounds and go back to the weight I was in when I was 18 years old, that's very unrealistic. There's no way this old man is gonna lose 50 pounds. Right? So keep it realistic and consider your lifestyle too. So if you're like me, I'm gonna give a lot of examples about an old man, okay? So if you're an old man, you have 4 children, and you think you can go to the gym every single day, then I think you're not being realistic, right? So consider your life into that. Consider when you're about to go to the gym and your little 4-year-old's gonna come and say, Dad, I wanna play toys or dolls or something, right? So consider you have to sit down and put makeup on your daughter. So keep all these things in mind about being realistic. Number 4, make a plan. Know the when, the where, the who, and the why. It's very important as well. If there's something that you need to do with somebody, so let's say your resolution is playing tennis. Okay, so who am I gonna play tennis with? When are we gonna go play? Where are we gonna go play? How often? All that needs to be decided before if you want to continue doing these things, you have to plan this out and you have to actually have all that written down as a plan to when you do it. And of course, get a buy-in. I can't just choose to play tennis with Carlos and Carlos has no interest, of course. And the last one is stay positive. Like anytime we take on something new, it's always difficult at the beginning. If you guys like running, I don't know how many people here are runners, like love to run long distance, right? So for those of you who love to run, you know that when you feel the most pain is actually the beginning of your best performance. The moment you want to quit is really the moment you're about to go into the plateau and run forever. You just have to get to that moment, right? When you're gonna get to it, if you're positive enough, if you're patient enough, once you go to the other side of that moment, everything else is just cruising going forward. And that goes to everything else. I think we went through a very good exercise on the professional side last year, or 2 years ago, I think now, 2023, 2021, when we implemented the positive thinking, right? And the power of change through positive thinking. It was very difficult, but we kept at it, we kept doing the same thing, and then slowly things got better and better. So, don't give up on your resolutions. You might want to make them smaller. You might want to make them measurable. You should make them realistic. Have a plan for it, and don't give up. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. Thank you for paying attention, and hope you guys have a great weekend. See you all next month.